Okay, the update's done. Let's have a look at the today's tank. Christmas calendar. What have we got? Ooh, IS-2. Now this is a very strong tank. Let's see what the package is today. What have we got? Oh yes, you got the 100% crew. Garage slot 2,700 gold for €30, well, 29.99 and £21.78. So for this tank, let's have a review and see whether this is a worthwhile one to get or not, and is your money well spent. So let's get into that review. Right, let's have a look. So the IS-2 is today's special tank, and we got this lovely, lovely Christmas. Oh my goodness, even Santa's grotto. He's there. He is in the background. Oh, we can't zoom in. He's going over the mountains. Oh, that is so nice. And we've got a nice sculpture of. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Oh, this is very clever. I like this. All the tanks over there by each chalet. Merry Christmas. Christmas tree over there. And there's Santa going back past again. Oh wow, this is good. Okay, yes, let's go and have a look at some of the vehicles. Aurora Borealis up there. Very, very interesting. Aurora Borealis past the little ice sculpture of Carl. Oh, little old Carl. He's gorgeous. And our own little snowman. And then back over this way, will we see Santa? But I really like this Christmas. It's like a picture book little cabin overlooking the village. Reminds me of being in the Bavarian Alps when I used to work there. Oh, it's just like being there at Christmas, which was absolutely gorgeous. What an amazing place to be. So yes, this is the IS-2. It's a lovely looking model. In front of all those Christmas presents, they've done a really good job on it, and it looks really, really nice. So this is the Russian IS-2. Let's compare it to the Chinese IS-2. So, looking at the differences, well, hit points the same, weight approximately the same. The Chinese is slightly lighter at 0.23 tons lighter. Engine power is slightly worse, 580 horsepower. Top speed 37 instead of 34. Traverse the same. Armor on the front 100 mil with the IS-2 on the Russian side, but only 90 mil on the Chinese IS-2. Everything else seems identical. So we have to look closer to find why there's the difference. Looking at the current details on the vehicle. Okay, I've played 14 games, won 50% of them, come up with a third class mastery, and an average experience of 671, which is not bad. So done it by winning, like I said, 50% of the games, surviving just over a third, with a 71.6% hit rate. So hitting and damaging your opponent is the key. Damage ratio 1.19, so it's quite good, and the armor is 0.4, so it's okay. Experience we just looked at, and the damage caused is 1,142, which is not bad for a tier 7 vehicle, and only receiving 956, plus assisting my own team to do approximately an average of 180 points per battle. Damaged 1.07 vehicles per battle, spotted just over a third. Not bad. So it's quite an effective tank. Let's see how it's compared to the Chinese version. So the Chinese version won, first class, 48 games, 69% victories, and an average XP of 832. Damage ratio 1.26. Hits 74%, so up by 3%. Destruction ratio 2.1. 1,200 damage as an average, and damage received 957. So roughly the same amount of damage received, but the damaged assistance is up by 100, and the damage caused is up by about 100. So for some reason, this vehicle is better in practice than the one that's come out that was in the Berlin trio that's there today. You can see by all these additional awards that it's won. So what is the difference between the Chinese IS-2 and the Russian IS-2 on offer? Let's have a look at that now. The DPM's the same, dispersion's the same. Now shell velocity. The Russian gun fires 20 meters per second slower. So it's got a better aim time. The Russian tank's got a worse aim time than the Chinese. Okay, interesting. The top speed, 3 kmh less. Engine power is actually greater, so you've got a power to weight ratio of 13.05 instead of 12.67. Alright then. Terrain resistance is identical. Gun elevation is 5 degrees more. Gun depression, 1 degree 1 degree more. So it's the gun, the way it works is better than on the Russian tank than the Chinese tank. So let's have a look and see. Everything else is identical apart from the armour. Now, armour-wise, the Chinese tank has got 10 mil less effective armour than the Russian. Now, here's some interesting stats. The engine is 70 stronger on the Chinese tank. The radio range is 600 metres instead of 400 metres. So it's quite a bit of a difference. So you can be more effective in battle working with your teammates and make use of the gun at different times, because you can see targets or be informed about targets that you can't be on the Russian tank. So that could account for the differences. The chance of fire is down by 3%, so it's 12% on the Chinese, 15% on the Russian. So it's got a slightly better power to weight ratio, but a slower top speed. You can take advantage in the Chinese of information from your teammates. The gun fires faster, so you don't have to lead the target so much, and you can actually get the shot on target before the Russian IS-2 has chance to shoot it. So the Russian IS-2's shell will be, if they both fired next to each other, the Chinese would hit the target first time every single time, because the target would be knocked out by the Chinese gun before the Russian gun shell actually hit it. So you're able to account for the additional 100 points of damage because you can get the shell on target more often with the Chinese tank. Combining that with the additional top speed, and you can maneuver around the battlefield better. You know where your enemies are, so the armour itself is less effective or less important. The radio range is a considerable factor, which is why the Chinese tank is able to be more effective on the battlefield than the Russian one, purely because of the information factor and working well with your own team. Yes, it's got less gun depression and elevation and less armour, but it's able to take advantage of the battlefield better than the Russian premium. Even though 50% win rate is fine with the Russian premium, this can explain why the IS-2 in the Chinese tree is more effective in battle than the IS-2 on the Russian, which we're being offered today. Okay, let's start the review looking at the IS. I found the best position for the gun is straight over the tracks, over this fender area here. Right, the front, you've got all of this area covered by the tracks. The side, very bouncy. The turret, very bouncy. Could be potentially penetrated by about 100 if you get the shot right, but then you've got these very bouncy areas around. Coming down to the front, you've got the hatch here, which is only 100mm. Around it, 120mm, and then this angled area is very bouncy, with the front being 100 to 120mm. So from that sort of angle, you're looking from around 140mm going upwards, which is very nice. Let's look at the armour profile more closely. So you've got this 100mm there, 120mm zone, then the angling to make that about 140. So now let's have a look at the IS-2, which is what we want to review this time. Now you can see immediately there's that whole sloping thing going on here, which makes this area, instead of that 120mm, from about 170, 180mm, which is far, far better. And the hatch here, instead of being an easy 100mm, is an auto bounce because of that slope. Down here is a small target, which you have a look at. Very small target, which is 100mm. Yeah, very, very difficult to hit. But this is a gorgeous model. So, another very nice model. So the IS number 432 with the star and the bear and the stripe and its own logs. It's got a pair of logs. Yay! So, yeah, everyone will be happy. So, this is the tank, the IS-2. Let's get down and compare it directly to its standard brother, the IS. Everything else is the same with the gun. Signal distance is down by 185 metres, so that's one issue. That's only got a signal range of 440 metres. Let's have a look at the manoeuvrability. Turning the turret is actually less accurate, so this is an issue. This IS-2 could be less accurate than the standard IS-2, so that's something to watch out for. You've got to let things settle. It's an issue, so that's something to watch out. But then you've got possibly the reason for it, which is this additional chassis traverse. So the gun's less accurate because you can turn the tank itself more quickly. So if you don't turn it so fast, possibly the gun ability would be identical, but it's only because you've got the tank moving faster that the gun's less accurate. So you don't have to move it quickly, but if it comes down to it, you can move it quickly if you want to. So I think these are probably, if you have the same traverse of only 35 degrees, these figures would be the same. I haven't played it yet, so I don't know. That's just what I'm thinking. I'm just suggesting, putting it there as an idea. It may be true. I will let you know at a later date. The power is down by 100. That doesn't bode well, but if it's like the Rudy, then yes, I can see now already. Right, the specific power is down by 2 to 12.9, so just under 13 horsepower per tonne. Chassis traverse, it's a similar situation. So you've got that additional 3 degrees of turret traverse. So now we're seeing a pattern. These Berlin vehicles are better on the battlefield, which then makes the gun less accurate. But if you use the same traverse that you'd normally do, no problem. Let's have a look at the terrain resistance. 0.96 better. So sub 1.0 on the terrain resistance. Very, very nice. These figures are brilliant, so I'm looking forward to seeing it in practice. I think these will, as with the Rudy, will make up for the difference on the battlefield. The only issue is going to be, like the Rudy, of going uphill. Very nice. Okay. Price of the tank, it's gold. Let's have a look at the repair cost. Just over 3,500 you'll save. Very nice. But the health, it's actually more. Ooh, an additional 50. So you've got an additional 50 hit points. So basically the same tank. Possibly more manoeuvrable on flatter ground. Okay. Engine, similar to the Rudy's, about 180 less damage that it can take. So that it's a vulnerable area. The radio, I think, is about 50 less. So, and with that bad signal distance anyway, the radio could be a problem. You could be isolated on your own. But hey, that's how it goes. The front, it says it's less strong, but because of the angling, it's actually better. Chance of fire, the same. So 3% more chance of an engine fire. So let's get back and have a look at this model in the garage. Right, here we are. Let's have a look at the this bad boy in the Berlin Square. It's a lovely, lovely area. Look at that. And a lovely tank with all of these other Berlin models next to it. Right, no equipment, but you've got the crew ready to go with the 5% Brothers in Arms already, which affects the view range by an additional 7 metres and puts the reload time from the expected 4.8. Oh, it shows it's 4.8, but that should be affected by the 5%. So yeah, we'll see what it's like in practice. Let's have a look. I've got the IS-2 in my Chinese tree. So let's go down to the see how I've done on the Chinese IS. Bear me a sec. There we go. Okay, IS-2. I played 38 games. 68% wind chance, 68% winds I had, with average XP 838, XT 46 and first class. I haven't got a mastery yet. So quite good. 1200 average damage. Damage received 900. Damage I've actually helped with vision 317. Spotted 1.26. Destroyed 1.24. Very nice, and maximum destroyed in a battle 6. So yeah. And it's on the way 40% on the way to a skill, the first skill on the barrel. So yeah, this is what you can do with the IS-2. So let's get into some gameplay, and I will show you what we can actually do in practice. So I will put some equipment on. I need to do a little bit of grinding to raise the credits to buy more equipment. I buy equipment for all the tanks. It costs me a fortune credit-wise. It slows my progression, but yeah, I always equip every single tank. So yeah, I know this is a special model. I'm umming and ahhing as to whether to put camo on it. So you let me know whether you think I should put camo on. Normally I do. So yeah, I'll have a think about that while I'm grinding. We'll get back to this and see you in a minute. Right, let's have a quick look at the IS-2 that I have already. There we go, Chinese camo. We've got optics, gun lane drive, and improved vents. Cruise on the second skill. So that's ready. So let's get back to upgrading the other IS-2. Right, as this is a first guards vehicle, I'm going to put first guards camo on it. So as you can see, so it's the Katyukovsky. Okay, so let's get. Hopefully, someone can tell me how you say it, because I would have got that completely wrong. So yeah, that's a nice looking camo, and it's authentic. So that's the there's not even a thought of going for another one. Let's see if we've got a different guards camo. First tank division, so there's the first guards division for the summer. Special military. First tank division. Looks okay. Okay, let's go. Let's have a look at what we've got for the summer. Early. Ouch. Let's go for that one. Right, so that's the camo sorted. I've equipped the tank. Let's get into some gameplay. I don't know what I'm going to be facing. I've gone for 12 AP, 11 APCR, 4 HE. I really have not got a clue what's going to be happening. So here we go. Let's see how this compares. See if we can get a nice victory out of it. See if that the power to weight ratio makes a difference. And see... Okay, here we are, Westfield. Top tier. Against MX4 45, Tiger 1, Panther M10. Okay. Who to watch out for? A few good players on the other team. Quite a few good players on the other team. 36% win chance. Right. This is going to be a good test for this tank. Myself, 170, 217, 61. Now we need to play it skillfully. They got some RT, few TDs. Let's try it. Well, let's use the view range. It hasn't got the best.
Welcome back to
gun depression. So let's see if we can see what's like stealth-wise. Sadly, the standard IS I'm not very good with, but for some reason I seem to have either been lucky in those 38 games, or else the normal IS-2 and the Chinese line suited me. So at the moment, I don't know. Let's see what we can do. We have to let the guns settle. Let the guns settle on targets. Oh, what's that T220 doing? Oh, don't do it! Don't do it! No wonder you've got a 38% win chance if you've got bozers like that just charging in like lemmings. I've got to be careful. Let it settle. Bumski. Let's hope we get another chance. That's where he might have been. I'd rather spam a couple of shots, maybe get a shot in. No. Nice, nice. Keep it rolling. Don't do anything stupid. Try and use the ability of the gun. See if he's going to poke. Thin shot. Worth a try, worth a punt. Keep his head down. He's backing off. Tiger's hiding. It's 2-all. Just keep them guessing. Trees down there. Side shot's a thin shot.
Surprise, bitches!
Yes.
It's me!
It's me. Let's just try and keep him down. He's sneaking round. He's coming over. One good shot on him and he's gone. It can change the whole outcome of the battle. It's gone. We've got a tiger hiding over there, waiting. Don't push yet. There we go. He's going for it. T29 needs help. Time to go. That's the thing, it's trying to work out when is the right time. Let's try and sneak up on the tiger. He's going to be trying to sneak up on the T29. And that tiger can take a couple of hits, but that T29's being a bit silly. See what we can do. See if we've got enough camo ability to be able to do something. Hopefully there aren't a couple of TDs. See if we can spot any TDs who might be up there. Draw at any shots.
Never underestimate the power of human stupidity.
Something else firing. At least there we go.
Shoot, kill.
Let's move. We've got someone up in that bush up ahead. Non-piercing. Hellcat. Let's pull back. We're slightly up. Let him be spotted. There we go. Nice. Pull back. We need support. What were we hit by? Hummel. Big hit by Hummel. 300 odd damage. Let's repair. Crew up. The guys need to push. They just sat on the other flank doing bugger all. Have we got the view range to spot him? They just sat on the other flank doing nothing. I'm not going to push because I'm going to be dead. The Hellcats are spotting. I can't afford to push at the moment. I'm a 1, maybe... If I get ambushed, I'm dead. I can't afford to push, and they're just sat there. We've got 3 TDs on this flank. I'll wait for them to move. I don't want to risk it. Yeah, I've been hit by 2 different Hellcats. They're both on this side. I've spotted one of them. I've been hit by both of them. Let's give it 10 seconds. Well, we've got enough time. 8 minutes to go. Panther down there. They're ready to ambush me. He's pushing out of position too early. See, they're watching. They could see him. As soon as I move, I'm going to be dead. Gotta go. Gotta go. We're losing. Try and get close. Try and get close. Use the armour. There we go.
Executed.
Almost going for me. Change position. Change. We've got to go for him. No other option. Team just fell over.
Took a gamble.
Not a lot you could do. They weren't scouting, ambushed by TDs, no scouting whatsoever. No wonder with 36% win chance, but that's what you get. So yeah, normal sort of game. Not used to losing with an IS-2, but let's see. That sucked. 1600 damage. It's okay. Team score, how did we do? Yeah, lots of people who did nothing. Couple of kills. Only 300 XP. Disappointing. Five out of 8. Well, I don't think we could have done much more. 32,000 credits. 500 XP. So yeah, well, you're going to get games like that, especially when the team's not so good. But that's what this can do. It's a competent tank. So is the IS-2 worth it? Is it worth the package to be able to get a crew that starts off at 100%? The crew itself would be worth 800 gold to be able to effectively purchase that. And then you get 100%, so you can have Brothers in Arms starting off, which is really, really nice. So that is a nice bonus. The rest of it, it's not such a good tank. The gun depression and gun elevation are quite good, but the signal range lets it down. So you need to have something like coated optics or binoculars to allow you to do your own scouting. Is it an effective trainer? It's quite a nice trainer, but you've got the likes of the IS-6, which gets you more credits, more wins, and gets you preferential matchmaking if that's available. So looking at the Russian premium tanks to be able to train your crew in. So you've got the Churchill 3, KV-220-2, the IS-2, KV-5 and the IS-6. Now of these, the best I would say is the IS-6, followed by the Churchill 3 or the KV-220. Very solid tanks, very commendable. The ones which aren't so good, the KV-5, but it's quite good fun to play, and it's situational. The IS-2 is not a bad tank, but it's not a good tank, and it's a tier 7. So would you switch the potential of a tier 7 for the potential of a tier 8? No. So with the additional abilities of the IS-6 to get preferential matchmaking, they can both see tier 9. The IS-2 just doesn't quite cut it. The IS-6 is very, very good, and that preferential matchmaking makes it the same as the KV-5. It shows there it can see tier 10, but it can't. So, would I recommend this tank? The view range is okay. The signal range lets it down. The gun is fine, comparable to the other Chinese IS-2. But you've got to do your own spotting. So if you're on the move, then you need to have optics. If you're sat, the binoculars work really well. So it depends on your playstyle as to which work well for you. But the tank itself is just okay. It's not a great tank. It's still not a great tank. But you can make it work, and it can generate some credits, and it's interesting, and it's got a bear on the side, which I like. So, would I recommend this tank? No. I would say it's not worth the credits, apart from if you want a trainer and you haven't got one, and you want to have the crew, 100% crew already straight out of the box, then it's worth it for that reason. So, is this IS-2 a good tank? It's not a good tank. It's an okay tank where you can get a 50-50 win rate, but as a premium, it's like a normal standard premium. It's not an overpowered premium. It's just an okay premium, which will win about 50% of your games. It's alright. It's nothing to shout out about. It's just okay. So sadly, my opinion of it is still it's okay, and if I didn't have to buy it, well, I like having all the tanks, so I didn't have to buy it, but if I didn't have to buy it to put in my collection, I probably wouldn't buy it, because with having the IS-6 already, why go to the IS-2? There's so many better tanks. So, is the IS-2 worth it? It's not a bad tank, it's not a good tank, it's somewhere in between. So, I wouldn't recommend this package at this time, sadly. So, I'm the Gaming Bear, and see you on the next one. Cheers, guys.